Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Get Beamed, and today I'm bringing you a video by my boy Allan Upshaw, who gonna be showing you how to do a mid fade on some 360 waves. So check this dope video out, like it, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Right here, y'all know we get hashtag the Beam Team. It's that movement. If you ain't with us, you against us. Let's get it. So right here we got the before on a client in the chair, just to show y'all what type of canvas we working with today. And to start this thing off, Allan gonna be creating that first initial guideline with his babeless trimmers. Right here, he just cleaning it up with the Andis T outliners. Right here is he gonna start to knock that bulk down to get that desired wavelength for this dope fade he gonna show y'all how to do today. So just keep it real consistent. Right here he switched the blade to the 180 to knock the loose hairs down. And to start this fade off, he actually gonna be fading with his 1.5 guard, starting from top to bottom. I know it's kind of weird because normally every barber fade from bottom to top, but that's what I like about this video. We actually gonna be able to see the diversity in this cut. So starting this fade top to bottom with that 1.5 guard on the babeless clippers. Like I told y'all, fade one, comb one, fade one, comb one. It's how y'all get that fade to really look feathery. So right here he got his one guard fully open, not going too high to cut into the bulk, but staying at that right area to transform and to make that fade conceivable. Like I told y'all, man, fade one, comb one, fade one, comb one. Keep that regimen always, and I promise you the blends will come out nastier. And as he slowly but surely goes down in the fade, he's closing a clipper. So the higher you see him in the fade, the clipper is open, but you just see him close it here to try to attack that that initial guideline that he first set with the liners. And you can see right here how the blend is starting to come, and he ain't even attacked the line yet. So he's still cutting it with that one guard, keeping everything real consistent. You want to make sure you always comb that hair after you fade. That's how you get that feather effect. That's how you get that blurry effect. Oh yeah. So right here you got that half guard on, man. He attacking that bottom line. That's how you keep everything on point. No guard, fully open. Attacking that line, no hesitation. Becoming one with the clippers. Applying pressure and making it count. Clippers are halfway open now. You can see that line slowly but surely going away. Comb one, fade one, comb one, fade one. Small strokes is the key to getting them real blurry effects. A lot of people think you always gotta create those long or those wide strokes, but not when it comes to drop fades. You always have to keep the small strokes in order to create that nasty fade. What you seen him do with that comb was size up the bulk area of how high he can go. It's different techniques to different things to be able to knock these bulk lines out. But you see that thing already coming together. You got that half guard on it, man, just working the fade. You see it coming together very well. Yeah, that joint coming together very well. Told y'all, fade one, comb one, fade one, comb one. And right here I actually skipped a few of the steps from the down fading Because when it comes to mid fades, it's a copycat phase. Whatever you do to the other side, you do to this side. You can see that blend, it's looking blurry. But with these drop fades, one of the most important things to worry about is the back. You don't want to push that back too high and turn this thing into a ball fade. A drop fade is a drop fade. A mid fade is a mid fade. A ball fade is a ball fade. All three are three different things. So right here you got them clippers open, staying consistent with the fade. Not pushing no lines high. Fully closed, attacking that line, showing y'all lever work. This is when you set yourself aside from the other barbers in this world. Look how comfortable he is with his clippers. He's showing y'all he already became one with it. It's kind of like when you get your first car and you driving kind of weird and kind of ruthless until you love that car and y'all become one together. And then y'all make magic happen. That's what he doing with these babeless clippers. Right here, to debulk the front of the hairline, he's coming at an angle with the clippers fully open. You don't want to keep him flush to the hair because he cut it almost bald. And right here, he jumping in and attacking that line with his and his T outliners. If you can't see now, the client already has like a funny shaped lining, so you kind of got to tap a little bit more into the hairs. It's not a pushback, it's improvising. A pushback would look disgusting on this type of person here, but you can tell that he hit the hairs just enough for it not to be a pushback. That's what makes this video, and that's what's gonna make this cut so dope. A lot of people, you know, are not gonna agree with a lot of things that go on in this video, but you gotta understand, different barbers gonna show you different techniques, and that's why these different techniques solidify and turn barbers into their own type of person. I ain't gotta cut like a Los cut it. I ain't gotta cut like a Pacino's, a Freddie Fades, none of them guys. Stuff like this is what sets you aside from the whole bunch. So my boy Allan right here, keeping it real consistent with these T outliners and making everything count, man. Look at the shot on that. Tap and go, man. One thing I can appreciate, man, when I walked in the shop, he already let me know off back he was coming with some fire. So you can tell the lining looks great already. He ain't even touched it with no razor. But right here, he pulled out them babeless 880s. We all know these clippers right here are a nasty monster. So right here, he just go ahead, tapping into that fade, making sure he have no more fade lines and no weight lines. And it's kind of tougher when you fading somebody with a good grade of hair, because a wave can appear to be a weight line even though it isn't. So to stay real consistent, he got that one guard on and it's fully closed, and you can tell him he doing small strokes, but comb one, fade one, comb one, fade one. That's what's setting this haircut on fire right now. Applying pressure and making it count, man. It's getting blurry. The fucking Beam team, strap up, because I'm telling you, everybody coming with fire. You can already tell, man, that comb one, fade one, flicking that wrist. You can see that feather effect on the fade right now. Right now, he has an amazing haircut right now. And this is without no additives, but I wanted to show y'all this for a certain reason, for those who get in the comments and cry about adding black or enhancements to haircuts. For one, you get paid for it. So right here, he's adding his own color enhancement, which is a black wax, and he brush it in for it to appear more natural. It's just more of a filler, because everybody doesn't have a perfect full hairline. And as you seen before, he even added the black. The haircut looked good even though he didn't have a razor. Right here, he's applying shaving gel to make that blade glide a little bit easier. But it's secrets to everything. So he brushing that gel in to go ahead and scoop the black wax even more. But to top that off, he even got something more even crazier for you. He's applying hair fibers on top of that, which is gonna give it an even more natural look, because y'all know, like I know, hair fibers are the closest enhancer that looks closest to hair. So he dives right in with a razor at a 45-degree angle, knocking those hairs and that color enhancement off to get that line as sharp as possible. Now, like I said before, a lot of people won't agree with color enhancements, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. But I know when I offer stuff like this, or when people like Allan offer stuff like this, he get paid extra for it. So you can be comfortable with not stretching your money behind the chair. But you would be a damn fool. The game is gonna progress. Haircuts are not gonna be the same as they started way back when. Everything is evolutionized to become greater. And then shit, if the client wants additives, or he wants black or enhancers in his hair to make his hair look sharper, then so be it. So right here, he's scooting that razor back at that 45-degree angle, pulling it all the way back to that corner to give you that 90-degree angle box up. Fire. Nothing but fire. This one thing I could honestly say about Allan. He take his time on everything. He's very clean when it comes to setting these haircuts up and executing. Look at him, man, killing that corner. And another thing, when you line these blacks up, you don't line them up one time and just go. You notice he keep combing it down even though he hit the line. That's to make sure even when a black is gone, or if the client decided to brush their hair, that lineup won't move. Repetition is what turns people into animals when it comes to cutting hair. Repetition turns you an animal in anything you really do in life. Practice makes perfect. So he's applying the hair fibers on this side as well, you know, because he did it on the other side. Like I told you, it's always a copycat when it comes to cutting hair. Whatever you do on the other side, do it on the same side. You want this haircut to be proportions. You want everything to look right. Snapping, man. There's not a lot of barbers out there who can just go ahead and dig in that line and with a straight razor. At that, a persona razor. A lot of people out there use Dorcos because persona razors are too sharp for them. But like I told you, it's not about the product. I done seen people with $20 clippers smoke haircuts. It's about what's comfortable to the barber. And as we can tell, Allan do a bunch of things different than a lot of barbers. This is what makes him his own barber. This is what makes him who he is and what separates him from the rest of the barbers in the game. So he's tapping into that corner so he can create that 90-degree angle to create that perfect box up shape out. Stretching the skin on the forehead, pulling the razor back. As we all know, you're supposed to stretch the skin and pull the razor back so you don't nick somebody. Loose skin is how people get nicked or people get cut, or however you want to say it. Pull the skin tight and glide the razor back at a 45-degree angle. And this is what happens when you do that. Work becomes flawless. Like I told you, man, he gonna keep combing it down and keep tapping that line, and no matter what, this client has a sharp shape up, whether he brushed that black out his hair or not. And then he go back with the clippers, as y'all seen in my previous videos. Y'all heard what I say. A razor does perfect cleanup work, but nothing finishes like the trimmers. The trimmers finish way harder than anything to me personally. But you know, to each his own. So he spends the client to show y'all that he came with fire for this video, man. This is a dope haircut. You tell how close up he is on the haircut. You get up close for certain things. It's not because he can't see. He up close to make sure everything is in place. Like I said, repetition. You go back and you consistently clean up on certain things to make the haircuts completely better. And right here, the client in the chair doesn't get his eyebrows done, but he just get the top of his eyebrows cleaned up. So Allan just applies shaving gel to him and just clean up the top of the eyebrow. It's not a full arch though, but you know nobody want bushy eyebrows, because you know hair grow from the eyebrows and all up the forehead. So to give it a real cleaner look, you know, Allan just goes in and taps the eyebrows. And right here, like I said, you finish with them trimmers. The razor already had it sharp, but the trimmers put a different type of finish on haircuts. That's pressure right there. And like I told y'all, it's the beam team, it's the movement. Remember, pressure burst pipes. Look at the drop fade. Phenomenal. And he just going with his master to clean up any things or any you know, kinks he want to knock out, which is what we call spot mopping. But right here, you can definitely tell that fade is something else. Fire. Finishing touch-ups with his babeless, you know, just showing you a little lever action. And then with me with the close-ups on the camera, catching everything in the best view that I can. Then he hits it with the shavers at the end and a little bit of shear work to go ahead and knock those, what they call roach legs or twigs, out the hair, to make sure that hair is as flat as possible, to make sure that haircut is as solid as possible, because the fade is there. It's there. That fade is tough. Spraying oil sheen to go ahead and top it off and get a fade, a nice shine, and spraying it down with alcohol, and then goes right above it with some spritz to lock everything in. And right here, he just go in and brushes the hair to make sure all of the hairs are laid down perfectly. And he's seen a little bit more of those frizzy hairs sticking up, so he just go in at the end to knock everything completely out of this haircut, because this is a finished product right here. And this, my friends, is what we call a mid fade, aka the drop fade. How to do it on 360 waves by Allan Upshaw. So I want to say thank you to all of my subs, and please hit that sub button, because we're coming with more heat. To check out more of my dope videos, click either the two links, and please hit that subscribe button. My Instagram is right there, get_beamed, and may God bless.